Hey guys, and welcome back. As you guys can see by the title, today's video is going to be a little bit different. Today I decided to do a sit down video, kind of just catch you guys up with life. As you guys can see by the title, a lot of life shifts have happened, and I just kind of wanted to bring you guys in on all that's going on. For those that have been following along, you guys have seen that we have recently moved into our new apartment, which you guys can see I'm currently filming in, of course. So lots of new beginnings, considering the title as well. Literally 2 days after we moved into our new apartment, I got the news that I was going to be laid off from my current position. I worked as a public relations manager, and literally walked in. It was on a Tuesday morning. I had a 9 a.m. meeting scheduled on my calendar. Honestly, I'm like, with it being a Tuesday, I really didn't think anything of it. Now, had this happened maybe on a Monday, I may have kind of walked in kind of knowing, just because I do know that my job was kind of doing some structural changes. So this really didn't come as like a shock to me or anything. But walked into work on a Tuesday, 9 a.m. meeting. Really just thought it was our usual one-on-one, and basically got the news that I would be let go. Now, honestly, this was not something that, like I mentioned earlier, this is not really something that caught me by surprise. So honestly, I really wasn't surprised. I knew at some point this would probably eventually happen, and honestly, it was just really a matter of time. But for me, honestly, of course, no one really just wants to lose their job. But for me, I felt like the timing could not be better. For me personally, I've been with this particular company almost, it would have been 3 years in June, on like June 12th. And I feel like my time there was not really well spent. Of course, the income part was great. Like, of course, everybody loves a steady check, but I feel like it wasn't really fulfilling to me and like the goals and the desires that I have. And honestly, during my time at this job, like, I feel like I guess lost myself to an extent in regards to like just feeling unfulfilled each day. This is a job where I had to go in literally 5 days a week, and honestly the workload was okay. Like, it wasn't anything stressful. My coworkers were cool. The environment was, pretty chilling, but honestly my day-to-day was just like pretty much the same thing each day, and I didn't really feel like I was working towards something. And so for me, I'm just the kind of person where, like, if I'm doing the same thing every day and I really feel like I'm not like getting results, or I'm not getting the results that I'm wanting to see, I don't really feel like I'm working towards something that I feel like is going to make a change or an impact. And when I try to make a change or try to make an impact, that's not really being received either. So I just felt like basically I kind of slowly just started losing my creativity or losing my spark at this job. But of course, on the other end, it's like, well, considering the state of the economy and all that's just going on, it's like, well, I also can't just leave this job and just up and do whatever it is that I want to do. And then also still on the flip side, still applying for jobs. Honestly, I have been applying for jobs really probably since I started with this company, but and of course getting a few like interviews here and there, but still not really like finding anything that I just fully connected with. But over time, I felt like I just kind of was losing the spark. Like, I just was going through the day-to-day motions of doing my daily task, and I honestly feel like within like the last 6 months, like, I honestly feel like I kind of mentally quit in my head, to where like it was like, you know what, honestly, obviously I care enough to not, like, I'm not going to do anything crazy. No, I'm not trying to get fired or anything like that. But I definitely could say, like, just emotionally, I was not as connected or as driven to like do my work. Of course, everything still got done, but as far as like the passion and the meaning behind it was just no longer there. So for me, getting the news that I was laid off honestly was kind of a refresher, because I feel like I had been really wanting to explore other things and to really kind of lean in on my skills and my talents and my creativity and see where that could potentially take me. So I was kind of battling between that and, of course, having a corporate stable job. So for me, getting the news that I was laid off, of course, nobody ever just loves to hear that, but I was not heartbroken over the situation, if that makes sense. Honestly, my biggest concern was like, it's not just me that I have to worry about, like being married. Like I do have to consider my husband. So honestly, that was kind of my first thought of like, oh dang, now I have to tell Eli that I just lost my job. And of course, you know, thank God I have a very supportive husband. But you definitely just have to consider that in regards to, you know, at the end of the day, he may feel like the extra stress or pressure now to kind of fill in the gaps or fill in the void of what is now lost with me not working. Now, luckily, I do have a great husband, so shout out to you, babe. But I do have a great husband to where, like, I literally called him immediately and was just like, hey, I'm like, well, I just got laid off. And honestly, like I said, it was not really a surprise for us. So it was kind of something we were anticipating. So he was like, well, you know what you got to do, time to get to work. So I'm glad that that was his response. But unfortunately, this is not my first time being laid off, especially since we've been here in California. We've been here in LA now for the last 3 years, going on 4 years, and I have now been laid off twice. First job that I worked out here in LA, was there for about a year, and honestly, same thing happened. Walked in thinking I had a meeting, and they basically decided to let me go that same day. So because I have that experience now, I'm like, now I'm a professional unemployed person. No, I'm joking. But now that I have that experience of being laid off, and then honestly, the first time that I got laid off, I feel like I mentioned this before on here, but I got laid off the first time in March, and shortly after in May, Eli also got laid off. So there was a time in LA where we were both kind of struggling, or honestly, I really can't even say struggling, but there was a time in LA where we both did not have a job. And honestly, when I tell you guys, we did not miss a beat as far as like bills and everything. Of course, you have to move stuff around here and there, but we did not miss a beat. Like we, by the grace of God, was able to pay our rent every month. We had food, we had clothes, etc. Like we definitely were well taken care of. So with me having that experience kind of under my belt, I'm definitely taking a much different approach to this particular layoff. The first layoff, I feel like I was more so like worried about trying to hurry up and find another job. Like I'm like, I live in LA, it's expensive here. How am I not going to be able to contribute to us living here? And then once Eli got laid off, it just really added even more pressure. So I feel like I really spent most of my time the first layoff, like applying for jobs day in and day out. Luckily, I was only laid off for 2 months during that time. So the second time around, with me kind of getting this news, and then also just the timing as well of us moving into our new apartment. So I feel like this is just really the start of a new beginning and a new chapter. The funny thing is, on Monday, walking into work that day, I saw a blue jay on my way to work. Like I literally parked my car, got out, and was getting ready to walk in, and there was a blue jay that I was able to catch. Me seeing that blue jay walking into work, I literally just smiled. Me and my friend from college, we used to see blue jays all the time. I literally be like, oh my God, look, it's a sign, it's a sign. And for those that don't know what basically like a blue jay or what spotting a blue jay kind of represents, spotting a blue jay represents like clarity, kind of that you're on the right path, or that you need to trust in yourself and trust in your intuition. Of course, there's a lot of different iterations of what a blue jay means. So for me, every time I see a blue jay, that's kind of what it represents for me. Like I always get comfort seeing a blue jay, because for me, it's a personal reminder of like, okay, I may be on the right path. So seeing that walking into work on Monday, and I was just in a thought, like a spirit of gratitude, because there was a time for me where I literally dreaded going into work every day. And honestly, that's kind of still how I felt, but I was like, you know what? I don't want to walk in complaining. Like, let me walk in like gratitude and just being thankful to be able to walk into a job and to be able to make income and to have opportunities, etc. So that was kind of my morning routine. So I literally spotted the blue jay as I'm kind of in my moment of gratitude. I'm just like, wow, that's crazy, because I feel like I had been having some internal conversations with myself regarding just wanting to be able to do more with my time, be able to do more with my talents and my skill sets, and kind of just see where that can kind of take me. So that was really just a moment of just clarity, spotting that blue jay. So I feel like between that and us moving into this new apartment, and really just kind of having this clean slate, really physically changing my space and my environment, but now this is the time to kind of shed. And that's honestly how I feel. Like, me getting the news that I was laid off was not like it didn't feel heavy, basically. Like, it honestly, if anything, it felt like a weight lifted. And like a few of my coworkers texted and was like, hey, I'm so sorry this happened to you. And I'm just like, you know what? Like, I'm honestly not mad at this at all. Like, I'm excited for whatever is next. Like, I know, like, this is truly a God thing. Like, I'm excited to see what I'm able to do. And I just feel like I get so much back. Like, I get my time back. I no longer have to go into an office 5 days a week. I no longer have to do a hour commute between going to work and coming back to work. Like, I just get so much time back with my day. So now during this time, people have asked, like, okay, so what are you going to do next? Like, are you actively applying? Are you wanting to get back into another role? And honestly, my answer has been like, you know what? Honestly, I'm not actively applying right now. I'm honestly wanting to take this time to really explore my creative gifts and talents and to see how I can make an income from that. I just overall utilize this time to find a path that's like more fulfilling. Like, honestly, my goal is really not to probably ever go back into corporate America, if I can be completely honest. I realize, like, with this now being like my second or third kind of like corporate job, I realize it's really not for me, honestly. Like, I don't enjoy, I guess, working for other people. So honestly, for me in this season, I just really want to pour into myself and just into a lot of my gifts and talents. I feel like I do so much. And my biggest thing was like, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time to juggle everything. I didn't have enough time to, I feel like, create or be on YouTube. So I feel like now that I have a little bit more time, I can focus on a lot of the things that I want to do. And I can focus on sharpening my skills, my gifts, and my talents. So I'm really excited to kind of just be in this new season. I don't know all that it will entail. I know that it won't be a fully easy process, but I am excited to just kind of like take a leap and trust in myself and see honestly where that can get me. Whether that is me being on YouTube, whether that's me showing up on social media, whether that's me going off and doing PR and marketing on my own. I think I bring a lot to the table, and I think it's finally time for me to cook in the kitchen, honestly. Like, that is really what it's given for me right now. But overall, I'm just really excited. I feel like 2025 has already started off to be such a great year. And I feel like going into this year, I had such big goals and big dreams for 2025. And now I feel like I have the time to actually be able to go after those things and to accomplish them. So I'm super excited. Like I said, I really feel like we just hit 2025 and like hit the ground running. We've been probably on like 4 trips already, honestly, and it's only May. And we still have so much planned up for the rest of the year. I turned 30 this year, which is insane, which is, I feel like, even more of a push for me to kind of really branch off and invest in myself. And I'm like, 30 is crazy, and 30 is coming very fast. I will be 30 in October, which I'm so excited about. I just feel like me turning 30 is just really another like fuel to kind of keep going. So I'm excited about that. And honestly, for me, I'm giving it until my birthday to like really kind of sit back and evaluate. And it's like, okay, cool. Because honestly, what is this? May, June, July, August, September, October. All right. So now I have 5 months. I was like, I thought I had 6, but I have 5 months to really just take time to invest in myself and figure this thing out. I feel like my 30th is a great milestone to be able to say, you know what? I took some time to just truly invest in myself, invest in the things that I want to do, sharpen my skills, and utilize my creative gifts and talents, and just see where it gets me. Like, I feel like, honestly, I feel like there's no harm in actually trying. I feel like the worst thing you can do is try and fail, sure. But at least I tried, and at least, like I've learned things throughout that. So, or I can try and be successful at whatever it is that I'm trying to do. So, but yeah, super excited about my 30th this year. Like, I have a fun birthday trip planned, so that will be fun to get into as well. I have some family trips coming up, some more vacations coming up. Actually getting ready to leave to go out of state tomorrow, which is crazy. So I'm like, honestly, y'all, I really don't have time to be sad, to be very honest with you. I'm like literally like life just continues to go on. And that's one thing about it. Like if I've learned nothing else, life continues to go on. Like you have to learn how to just pick up and roll with the punches and continue to go. Because if I stop and mope and be like, oh, I'm sad, or oh, I feel this, or oh, I feel that, it's not gonna get me anywhere. It's not gonna do anything but slow me down. So I'm excited to just continue to keep the ball rolling. So lots of trips planned for the rest of this year. Also, I don't know if I mentioned on here yet, but we've already been working on a fun creative project, which I'm super excited about. So our church is turning 60 this year, and Eli and I have decided to produce a documentary for the church regarding like the church's history, etc. Not gonna get into all the details now, but very great concept, guys. So we've already honestly knocked out majority of the interviews, and like I said, we started this I don't know, maybe a couple of months ago. So that has been really fun. I feel like there's so much that I just want to do, and with me kind of stepping more into creating, and also too just even on my YouTube as well, like I'm really enjoying learning about film and really storytelling and just piecing stories together and utilizing the camera to kind of help tell those stories. So that has been a fun journey as well, and something that's been fueling my creative juices. Of course, always my home-based YouTube. So excited to be back creating and being consistent on here. And for me, honestly, in this season, I feel like this is truly just a season of having crazy faith. Like I feel like as a believer, one can't have faith without action, but two, you can't say that you believe that like God will take care of you and continue to keep you, and not your actions not align with that. So that's really my goal for the season, is just one, to remain in a state of gratitude, and two, just to like fully trust and depend on God and really believe that He can carry me through. And again, I feel like it's easier said than done, but having this experience already of being laid off and not bringing income while living in Los Angeles, I feel like I've already went through the scary phase of that. And now it's like, oh, okay, I've been here before. And I now have the tools and the resources to be able to navigate this time around a little bit easier. And then also, God has given me so much. I'm like, between my gifts, my talents, my skills, etc. Like, I feel like He's literally given me everything that I need. And even creatively, I'm like looking at this camera. This is a new camera that we got for the documentary. I not only have this camera, I have my Osmo camera. I have my original vlogging camera. I have my cell phone. Like I literally have everything that I need. Just a matter of if I'm utilizing those resources or not. So I really just want to be wise in this season, and all that I need is already here with me. That's something that's really kind of just been encouraging for me in this time. And also, of course, having a supportive partner is something that I'm extremely grateful for as well, because I don't feel like I have the pressure from him. Of course, you naturally have a pressure because it's like, okay, dang, like I can't look at him going to work every day and I'm sitting around doing nothing. Like I need to make my time worthwhile, and to be able to make it worth it. Feel like I am a go-getter, and if I see something that I want, I'm going to try everything that I can in my potential to be able to go out and get it. So I'm excited for this new beginning. I'm excited for this new freedom to be able to create, the freedom to be able to do more, the freedom to be able to spend more time with my family. Like I just feel like you don't realize how much you miss out on. And not that there's anything wrong with the 9 to 5, because I'm telling y'all, if the right 9 to 5 called tomorrow, I probably will be back at work. But what I'm saying is, I feel like in certain situations, it take a lot from you. Again, if you're not in the right situation, and that's really what I felt. So to have this freedom back for me is just something that I'm just so excited about. And also in California as well. Like at first, the first time I got laid off, I feel like I really allowed the fact of me living in California to kind of intimidate me, really. But now, the second time around, I'm like, I'm so grateful I get to be laid off here. Are you kidding me? Just all the opportunities that are out here. Like, that's what really excites me the most. Like, one, I feel like we all know, like, there's a lot of money that is out here. There's a lot of money that can be made. That's one. Two, I feel like being in a city like Los Angeles, there's a lot of opportunities. And there's a lot of opportunities that come to those that are themselves, and that comes to those that put themselves out there. I feel like, honestly, at this particular point, I feel like I have the world at my hands in regards to what could potentially be done, because there's just so much opportunity and so much access, and all it takes is talking with the right person or connecting with the right company or whatever the case may be, posting the right video. Something else that really encourages me as well is the fact that I did not think that I would be here in this moment, in this environment. So the fact that I'm here only encourages me even more to push and to continue to go after. When you have a goal and when you put in the work and actually put in action to go after those things, you'll look up and realize, wait, I am there. I'm literally in the middle of one of my answered prayers. So I think having that mindset as well is just something that is just encouraging and something that'll inspire me to continue to go forward. But I feel like I'm definitely excited just for all that's ahead. Like, as you guys can tell, just for me, just naming off the few things that we have planned this year, the things that are already in action. Like, I don't have any time to waste. So I'm very excited to just be in the season of creating and just really trusting myself. You know, like I really feel like I can get far if I continue to just kind of like have this tunnel vision and keep my head in the game, honestly. So I'm excited for all things that's happening in this season. Like I said, lots of fun stuff coming to you all via YouTube. I'm just so inspired in this season, especially with us being in this new apartment. Super excited just for all things 2025, honestly. Yeah, just kind of wanted to provide you guys with a little life update. Like, you guys will be seeing me a little bit more, so prepare to get sick of me. No, but I'm excited to hang out with you guys more and continue to bring you guys along on life's journey and just all that it continues to bring. I originally wasn't really going to like announce, I guess, that I got laid off. But I was like, I want for you all to be able to see all sides or know that this journey is not easy. But like, I'm like, you guys see the glitz and the glam of, you know, us moving or us traveling, etc. But it's like, you know, there's hard stuff that you have to deal with as well. But it's all about your perspective and how you choose to deal with those things and how you decide to move forward. So I'm excited for this journey and all that it will entail. And I really just wanted to document this as well so I can have a piece or a moment of time to look back at, to say, wow, remember when you were there? Remember when you decided to take a chance on yourself? So that's what this is. I know this isn't probably what you guys expected this week, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like, we'll get back to the fun stuff next week. We'll have a travel vlog coming for you guys. So, little insider exclusive alert. No, I'm joking. But no, I think it'll be great. So yeah, excited guys to be back. Hopefully you guys enjoy watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!